Ooh, it's your 10-year-old mascot in the building. But anyways, y'all, stream on them platforms. You got Google Podcasts, you got Apple Podcasts, you got Spotify, but more importantly, YouTube. Check out the I Do It for Hip Hop podcast. But when you do that, you gotta subscribe. And when you subscribe, there's gonna be a ball.
Hip-hop started from the slums of the Bronx, New York. I fell in love with breakbeats, the techniques, b-boying, MCing, crushing whoever was in front of you. It was groovy. You knew how it was. It's true, it's hip-hop. It's only one source to get it. It's I Do It for Hip-Hop podcast. Subscribe, Google Play, iTunes, and DJ Bugsy 215 SoundCloud. It's all about the hip-hop. Keep it hip-hop. It's your boy DJ Bugsy, Do It for Hip Hop podcast, episode 98. It's good to be back on the miggity mic. Before we get started and before I bring my artist in the indie artist spotlight, I do got to give a rest in peace shout out to Biz Markie, one of the greats, DJ, father, pioneer for hip hop culture. We're going to miss you, bro. I had an opportunity to meet you at the DJ event in Philly a few years back. Shout out to DJ Cash Money. Shout out to DJ Jazzy Jeff and everybody in the city and across the world that's been giving love to DJ Biz Markie. Artist, you know, one of the first artists of Cold Chillin' Records. Shout out to Big Daddy Kane, L.L.C, Cool J, everybody that's representing for Biz Markie. We gonna miss you, bro.
Most definitely.
Now, let's get to the indie artist spotlight. I got JoviDaGod in the building representing Chicago, Illinois. You know, home of Yeezy, home of Little Durk, home of Chief Keef, home of The Drill. It's the one and only JoviDaGod.
And you know what it is, man. JoviDaGod, man. The ReBirth album is out right now, streaming on all platforms. Make sure y'all go tap into that. Can't Nobody dropping soon. Tap into that, man. Bugsy, what's popping? We doing it for hip-hop, baby. You know what it is.
Listen, so this interview and this episode has been like 4 or 5 months in the making. Yeah. I do want to start off with that. And I want to give a big shout out to Sauce Media Entertainment and your woman and how it all came about. Tell the people how you found Do It for Hip Hop podcast.
Hey, yo, so like I dropped the ReBirth album September 11th, 2020 during the pandemic, and it instantly everybody in the neighborhood was going crazy. Everybody in Chicago was going crazy, and I was on a crazy podcast run, right? Okay. I'm hitting all the podcasts. I'm doing 3-4 podcasts a week, and I'm like, you know what? I need to expand. Right. I need to touch other lands, and she's like, well, let's go down south. Right. And I'm like, I don't think down south gonna really receive this because this is bars and metaphors, and you know what I'm saying. This is real rap.
No shade to the south.
No shade to the south.
We love
but I'm
y'all.
like, we love y'all. Atlanta, I love you. You know what I'm saying. Memphis, I love you. But I'm like this brand of what I'm pushing. I need to be on the east. Right. You know what I'm saying more. And she started looking into podcasts that was like hip hop driven. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And when she started doing that, yours was the first one that came up. You know what I'm saying? Salute to that.
Shout out to my team, man. I love y'all.
Definitely team strong. You know what I'm saying? And she reached out and we've been in communication and shit. You know what I'm saying? Things happen, bumps in the road, life. You know what I'm saying? But we stayed thorough, and now we here.
Right, fact.
You already know.
All right, so let's start off with the ReBirth, and I want you to start off with the title track. Because the title track basically brings everything, all the nuts and bolts together. Definitely. So tell me about the ReBirth and how did that first single come about? Okay,
so the ReBirth album is, that's my work of art. You know what I'm saying? That's my baby beside my babies. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And the title track, the ReBirth, was because I just felt like I got a bar where I be like, JoviDaGod, the freestyle bully is back. I'm where the Carhartt, Tim Boot, and hoodies is at. I'm hard body because there's too many goofies in rap, and this is the ReBirth, so it's fucking with that. Feel me? And I just felt like, ain't enough hard body niggas out here. Niggas coming out with these intros, they ain't, they don't give you that feeling no more, like, that edge,
Like the Prelude, Jay-Z.
Yes, you know what I'm saying?
Or the Dynasty intro.
You know what I'm saying? Like something
or
like that.
Or Beanie Siegel, The Becoming.
Yes, you see what I'm saying? And back in the day, back in it's the stars align. It's blessings that I'm here on 98, because 98 to me is like the prime year of rap. You know what I'm saying? It's like the pinnacle.
It is Lord
98,
have mercy,
Lord
bro.
have mercy. So many albums. You know what I'm saying? Many. But it's like I just felt like I wanted to bring back that essence, you know what I'm saying, where people will take a head off, you know. That's why the freestyle bully, I used to freestyle all day when back in 98, 99. I would just come in a session and I'm just freestyling, I'm taking your head off, I'm going, you know what I'm saying. I just wanted people to feel that pressure, you know what I'm saying, like, yo, this ain't no game. I want straight out the door, I'm kicking in the door, you know what I'm saying. It's too many goofies in rap.
Yo, I want to stay on freestyles.
Okay.
Because in hip hop recently, we seen 2 freestyles that I thought was pretty garbage.
Okay.
Fabio garbage. Tory Lanez garbage. And I think a lot of times when people hear bars or they hear raps, they get caught up. But if you really sit back and listen to what they really saying, they not really saying nothing.
No.
So also shout out to Cassidy. He kind of like put Tory Lanez on blast because he basically stole some of his bars. What's your thoughts of the art of freestyling and how it changed from 98 to now?
Right. So first and foremost, I'm gonna say I don't think a lot of the freestyles that they label as freestyles are freestyles.
Facts.
I truly believe
pre-written.
Yes. You know what I'm saying?
Premeditated.
Premeditated. You know what I'm saying? Which I'm not going to take that away from anybody. We're just going to say that first and foremost. Back in the day, I think they were really freestyling. When they came up to the studios or whatever, they was off the top and they was going crazy. 1. 2, I think it's a huge lost art where they don't feel like freestyling is a part of this game, but it's part of the essence of hip hop. And if you as claim to be an MC, a rapper, the GOAT, the whatever in this game, and you can't go in there and at least give me 8 bars off the top, not having to go in your phone or go, you know what I'm saying? I feel like you not, I feel like you don't have, and then that goes back to the ReBirth with the full respect of the game. You know, I'm hard body. I'm where the Tim Boot, the Carhartts, and the hoodies is at. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's on the corner. We smoking the doobie and we rapping. You know what I'm saying? Type of
cipher,
shit.
Or got a cipher.
A real cipher. A real cipher. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, man, hey, put your pen down sometimes because you never know. Right. You never know when you go get tested. You know, we in the room, we know. Nah, we know.
Right, we know. I don't know if these other niggas know.
But we know.
These young boys don't know. They need to be schooled. Yeah. But I do want to go right to this is hip hop. And that's what hip hop is. MCing. Breakdancing, graffiti, you know what I'm saying? Those are some of the pillars. So talk about this is hip hop. So this and what you was trying to convey in that joint.
This is hip hop was really an homage to all of the rappers who came before me. You know what I'm saying? Everybody who paved the way. You know what I'm saying? Like from the DMXs, the Rakims, the EPMDs. You know what I'm saying? Scarfaces. You know, like don't ever overlook Common Sense, man. Oh, Common Sense is a hip hop legend. Chicago. You know what I'm saying? That's like, facts, bro. And so I wanted to first and foremost tell them, give them their flowers. Some here, some not here. You know, I want to give them their flowers and let them know, you know, that I love everything that they brought to the game because I incorporate all of those styles in the way that I rap now. You know what I'm saying? And then like that last verse is just pretty much telling them, you know, how long I've been doing. I've been doing this for 20 years. You know, I'm 38. I started doing it when I was 17, like for real. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, I was doing it, and then I pushed it to the back burner. You know, life settles in on you. Right. You know, and you got to live. And you know, I'm reborn in rap under the same essence and pretense that I came in from the beginning. You know, under that same respect and same bylaws and same guidelines. You know,
that's
I'm not.
You never wavered.
I'm not gonna waver. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna waver. Everybody gives me, so why don't you make a record like this? No, because this is hip hop. Right. You know what I'm saying? And this is the essence, and this is what I'm doing it for. So I'm gonna stay true to my core, and that's why I dropped that song. Like, we staying true to the core, man. We bringing real hip hop back.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Now I want to ask you, because women sometimes look at hip hop differently. Sometimes your woman might say, you know what, King, you know, I want you to change the game. I know you want to keep the essence, but women don't look at it like how we looking at it. How does your woman look at it? Do she want you to stay true to your core, or she wants you to waver and try to get a hit record?
Right. And so with me, and I understand demographics, and I also understand audience. Right. You know what I'm saying? And don't know everybody don't want to hear you take somebody's head off. Right. And so that's why I start to write a record like Bonnie and Clyde. You know what I'm saying? And it's a record about black love. You know what I'm saying? I got a female rapper on there, goes by the name of A. Renee.
A Renee.
Shout out to A Renee.
Okay.
And you know what I'm saying? That record is strictly about black love. It's about you got a chick on your side and she's there for you through whatever, and she got a nigga on her side, you know what I'm saying, there through whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like like that song is so important and impactful for our community and the dynamics that are in our between man and black woman in our community. And that song is for the women. And then I also, you know, got Can't Nobody, you know, and I'm writing these records. So when you hear somebody singing on my record, that's me. I wrote that, and then I told them sing, Can't Nobody Love You Better. I don't sing, but I can write it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I make records like Can't Nobody, you know, which is more melodic, more sexy, you know, more mature, and that's for, you know, the other demographic. But again, it's all real talk though. This is all true stories. So definitely, I understand.
I want to stay on Bonnie and Clyde, and I want to ask you, with the dynamic of a black man and a black woman in 2021, a lot of black men complain about how black women treat black men and put them down, and we're already under the 8 ball because we're dealing with racism. And we're dealing with being public enemy number one. Do you feel the black woman is constantly on the black man and never lifts him up? Do you get that, or do you get it, or it's different for you?
So it's different parallels. So I get both sides of the spectrum. You know what I'm saying? Because you know I've just dealt with women. You know what I'm saying, in my lifetime. You know, and I get both sides of the spectrum. A lot of times, black women present themselves harder and tougher. You know what I'm saying, in this day and age. And I tell a lot of people, you know, because at the end of the day, you know, it's a lot of pillars in our community that got knowledge. Honorable Minister Farrakhan, you know what I'm saying, got a lot of knowledge, and he do a lot of talking about the dynamics between black man and black woman. And what we got to understand is that that our women have been cultured by society to act a certain way towards us. It started in the 60s and the 70s during the Civil Rights Movement. The Civil Rights Movement was about black families coming together, marching against the man. During the Civil Rights Movement, they gave women the feminist movement, which was a white woman's movement, but they incorporated black women in it. And through that feminist movement, they separated the black family. So the white woman, who was the farm woman on the farm, whose husband left, she got all the same subsidies as the same black woman who was in the projects, except one thing: the black woman in the projects couldn't have the man at home. Because if the man's at home, guess what? They'll take your Section 8. They'll take your food stamps. But the white woman who had the subsidies on the farm, the man could stay there. So she can get the Section 8. She can get so it was systematic. And then what they also did was they said, instead of, okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to empower the, you know, they gave us crack. We ain't got to talk about the crack epidemic. And we ain't got to talk about how they did us. But that affected black men greatly, right? And so during that same time, they gave women this empowerment over men. They said, well, if he can't give you a house, I'm going to give you a house. If he can't feed you, I'm going to feed you. If he getting money and he don't want to give you the money, we'll take the money. You know what I'm saying? So we'll get, and now they're empowered. And then they also gave them these ideologies of, I don't need a man, I'm independent, can you pay my bills? You see what I'm saying?
Right, and it's in the music too.
It's in the music. And
especially the mainstream.
And it's in the narrative. And then they gave the vision of niggas ain't shit. These black men ain't gonna never be there. You know, so they ran with that narrative, and a lot of women have indoctrinated that. Now, I will say this: there are an abundance of women out there, because you got to understand, it's more of them out there than it is us. A lot of us locked up, cracked out, a homo. Pause. I don't got no problem against y'all. Pause. You know what I'm saying? You know, but you know, it's a lot of them out there.
Listen, man, that's the word. And shout out to Run DMC too. Pause. Like that's my shit. Rest in peace to Jam Master Jay. But Pause was my shit back in the day. I used to love that fucking song, bro.
Real talk.
But, Pause. And they doctored that song, that lingo. Like people think Dame Dash, because Harlem was one of the first niggas that said pause. Yeah, they was running. But no, nigga, that shit came from Queens. But go ahead.
It definitely did. You know what I'm saying? And so once they gave them that narrative and they empowered the women to be the way that they are now, you know. But like I said, it's a lot. It's another side of the spectrum. It's a lot of good women out there who's looking for a man who is, you know, consistent. You know, who communicates, you know, who they feel can actually lead them because they want to be led.
They want security.
They want security. That's what they want. They want to feel safe. They want to feel, you know, and so I think we play a huge part in the letdown of them. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with that.
You know, because
I agree.
of certain things that we do, you know, it leaves them vulnerable, you know. So now we leaving them vulnerable with all the ideologies that they got. You know
So
what I'm
it's
saying?
like a double bubble.
Yes. You know what I'm saying? So how can they get past all of these thoughts that's been indoctrinated into them since they was little girls?
Right.
You don't need no man, and you can be all their life, right?
Right.
But they know they need one. A lot of them ain't got no daddy, so they don't see the vision of this is what, you know, not, you know, they call masculinity toxic. They want to say toxic masculinity.
No.
Well, guess what? Masculinity can never be toxic when it's in a man. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what a man needs. He needs to be masculine.
Right.
And when you masculine, you making sure and clear decisions. You know, you're communicating.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You everything with you is grounded. You know what I'm saying? Because you in tune with your masculinity.
Right.
You know, and I think it's just a double spectrum. You know, I'm not knocking sisters. I love my sisters.
I do
you know
too,
what I'm saying?
man. I love a black sister.
It's nothing like
There's
a black
nothing
woman.
like a black woman.
And when she supports you, it's nothing like the uplifting that she can give to you. You know, the encouragement and the, you know, because we have some shitty ass days, bro.
We do.
Some days, our days are just hard as hell. Like,
yeah, man.
I'm
being
whooped.
out in that world, man.
Yes, you
being
know what I'm
out
saying?
in that world, man.
And
especially in the music industry.
especially in this industry right here. You know what I'm saying? It is very draining. You know what I'm saying? And taxing. And you know, the pats on the back and you know, you can do this and you can do that, and those things are very essential. And also with the nurturing of our children and the nurturing of our bodies, because that's what they're responsible for. You know, the woman has the power of life in her hand. You know what I'm saying? Because she nurtures our children and she nurtures us.
That's
you know what I'm
facts,
saying?
man.
So she got the power of life. Bonnie and Clyde, man.
Bonnie and Clyde, man. Listen, man. Can't go wrong with that. I want to change gears here.
Okay.
So I know you've been doing a little bit of acting.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
this word has become an epidemic for our lingo. Ops. Everything is ops. Back in the day, we didn't have ops.
We didn't.
Now, did ops come from Chicago?
It did.
Okay. I had a feeling, but I just wanted to double check because you're from Chicago.
Yeah, that's
so
what
tell me
Chicago
about
is.
this movie that you got coming out, Ops the movie, and you have a major role in it.
Yeah, so Ops the movie, it was shot in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Basically, the movie is in the vein of, you know, Menace to Society. It's one of those hood flicks, right?
Okay.
You'll see a lot of, you know, crazy things going on. I play the character of Blade. He's like the older friend of the shorties who getting into all the shit. You know what I'm saying? But he like the real street nigga. He like everybody fuck with him, but don't nobody fuck with him. You know what I'm saying?
Tight. Okay.
Yeah, he get the
like
money.
Omar on the wire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He moving like that. You know what I'm saying? And you know, basically we're gonna be getting into some crazy shit, but at the end of the end of the movie and the basis of the story is to let it slide. You know, like a lot of things that's been going on in real life, not just the movie. In real life, it's over stuff that happened 5, 10, 12, 20, 30 years ago.
Right.
And we not letting that shit slide. We holding it to our chest. So as soon as I see him, I'm on the op.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Over something that happened 4 years ago with your man and him.
Right.
You ain't have nothing to do with it. You know what I'm saying? And we all caught up in this little web, you know what I'm saying? Because we not letting it slide.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And
I like that.
yeah, and that's
Let it
that's
slide.
let it slide. And it's an acronym. Shout out to Aaron Williams and Reggie Morgan, the directors and writers of that movie. It's an acronym. I'm not gonna fuck it up. You know what I'm saying? But SLIDE is definitely an acronym that they're doing, and it's a program that they got in Baton Rouge that they doing with the youth.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And
dope
it's
shit, bro.
very, very impactful.
And when does the movie come out?
The movie gonna come out in October. Soon as they get it, I'm gonna do my own little premieres too. We gonna go crazy with this movie. It's gonna be on Tubi, Netflix, Amazon Prime, Paramount. You know, Aaron Williams, he big. He with CBS. He do a lot of he did Best Man Holiday. He did the Little Richard Story. You know what I'm saying? So,
Damn.
yeah,
You did the Little Richard story.
yeah,
Wow.
the Little Richard Story.
That
was
boy
him.
was a beast, man. That was a good joint, man.
Yeah, the one that the joint that came on BET.
Right.
Yeah. He
was
did
a
that.
good
So
joint.
so definitely it's gonna be a really good look.
I want to stay at the ops, man, because it's been a lot. Like, Chicago is just always in the news for such bad news.
Yeah, I'm glad you're touching on this.
So first, I want to touch on Little Dirk. You know, we all know that he was just surrounded. He got, you know, home invasion. Luckily, he was able to get out of it.
Yeah.
But it's just been an ongoing cycle with his brother being killed about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
King Von being killed not too long ago, and then FD Duck,
FBG Duck,
FBG Duck,
yeah.
and the girl that was 15 was a sniper.
Right.
Allegedly, King Von killed her, and there's a whole bunch of FBI evidence that said that he did. What's your feelings on it? Just like it's never ending, and they keep talking about smoking on Tukey. So you gotta bring me to Chicago, bro, because I'm from Philly. I hear a lot of things, but it'd be so many questions and so many gaps that people from Philly or people just in general might not know, and maybe you can shed light on it because you're from Chicago.
Yeah, and so really like I pray for them.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I pray for all of them every day. You know what I'm saying? Because and not just those artists that you're talking about. I'm talking about
actual gangs. They don't rap.
I'm talking about people like Kayla Williams, the 7-year-old who was shot in the McDonald's parking lot while she was with rest in peace while she was with her dad.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? On a visitation time. They trying to whack him, but they whack her. It's those people that I pray about every day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the shit is real, bro. It's real. Now I'm gonna tell you this: they over glorify it because it's in the music and it's in the numbers now, right? But the numbers are never gonna lie. Jay-Z, men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. So you can go look up the statistics. In '89, it was 500 murders a year. In 2019, it was 500 murders a year. You know, like it's real, true. You know, gang violence, and it's a problem out there. You know what I'm saying? And so now let's touch on each individual subject. The Tuka kid, you know, he was a kid, bro, and they killed him. That was probably 12 years ago.
And they still talking about it.
And they still talk about it as if it happened yesterday.
And that's what you was just speaking.
Let it slide. Let it slide. So we still going over that. You know what I'm saying? Some of these hits, they orchestrated hits, bro. They wild. You know what I'm saying? So like, so FBG Duck, right? He was killed coming out of an expensive store on the Gold Coast. So I don't know like what neighborhoods. I ain't never been to Philly. It's my first time. Shout out to Philly. I love it here. But like just say for instance, you was
in North Philly or West Philly,
where the Gucci store is at.
Oh shit! You talking about well, we got a fashion district now that got some dope stores, but
I
don't think they got Gucci though.
Like I'm saying, but whatever with the highest downtown with the highest
Philly.
Fashion and all
near
that.
where you staying.
Yeah, you feel me? This dude is coming out of the Gold Coast, broad daylight, like around the time you just hit me up, lights out, it's sunny outside, and then whack him in front of the store, straight shootout. You see what I'm saying? Like
shit,
you know, some
crazy,
of this,
bro.
some of this stuff is like really, really, really crazy. You know, and I just, like I said, bro, I just pray for them, man, because it's for real, man. They really you know, battling these demons from the past. Yes, it's from the past, man. And if we could get past it, there's so many people that get shot, just meaningless people who are just around at the time. You know what I'm saying? It's this one kid, bro. He's coming out of the county jail.
Oh, it just happened.
They shoot this man 64 times in front of the county jail. They let off.
That's the part. Like,
okay,
how do you get away with that?
Like, this is orchestrated.
But how don't nobody catch them guys? That's right in front of the jail. Like, how does that even happen?
Because it is orchestrated, bro. It is by design. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad a long time ago said, the coast gonna cave in, and Chicago gonna be the Mecca. The coast gonna cave in.
Mm-hmm.
Chicago gonna be the Mecca. They gonna all have to run. This Honorable Elijah Muhammad, look it up. The coast gonna cave in. They gonna all have to run to Chicago. They gonna have to come back here to the Mecca. You understand? Think about the weather and think about the weather and how hard stuff is hitting on, right? Mm-hmm. So where do we need to start this? Where do we need to start this little thing that we gonna do to these Negroes?
Right.
We need to start it where they the strongest at, in the Mecca.
Chicago.
We need to start it in Chicago, in the Mecca. The Mecca of everything comes from Chicago. Nation of Islam, from Chicago. Gangster Disciples, from Chicago. If you think you a Crip, you would guess what? You a Gangster Disciple, because the Crips started as Gangster Disciples. Hoover Crips, that was the first Crip.
Right.
Gangster Disciples, Larry Hoover. If you a Blood, you started under Jeff Fort. Jeff Fort started Pyru. Jeff Fort is from Chicago. Black Peace Stone Nation. You know what I'm saying? It's the Mecca of everything. You see what I'm saying? The FBI been out there for a long time. You know what I'm saying? How you think they got Hampton? You know what I'm saying?
Fred Hampton.
Yeah, we just seen the movie. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's all by design, bro. Everything that they doing in Chicago is by design. You know, and they tricked those kids that are rapping out there into rapping about what they rapping about. It all started with Lil JoJo. JoJo was a little 13-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
He came out with a song, BDK. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And this is where all of this started from. That was 20 years ago, almost. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, bro, I just pray for everybody that's out there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was one of the main reasons why I was like, you know, let me get up out of Chicago because.
Yeah, because I was just about to ask you, is that why you left Chicago?
Yeah, because I didn't want, you know, my baby son to be exposed to that dynamic. You know, I wanted
Right.
him to be able to live, you know, free.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like the threat wasn't so much for me, you know.
It was for your son.
Yeah, for him to be safe.
Right.
For him to live in a safe environment. You know what I'm saying? Where everything is slowed down. You know, where everything is at a, you know, because we from the city. You know what I'm saying? So when you in the country, it's a slower pace. You know what I'm saying? And I just wanted him to be able to experience that and not have to worry about going to school as a 7-year-old and shorty got a pole on them. The other shorty got a pole on them. Y'all walk out the door, it's 16-year-olds. They all got poles on them. You know what I'm saying? You can't go nowhere. Everywhere you go, it's a shooting. Everywhere you go, it's something going on. You know, and I just wanted him to be safe from that. And then, like I said, all the treachery around me. You know what I'm saying? From shit happening to everybody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like eventually it's gonna come to me. You know what I'm saying? Because it's all around me. It's everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So plus I want to live free too, man. I want to be able to go into the store, buy me some cigars. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to have to walk everywhere with a gun on me. You know what I'm saying? Put the guns down, man.
Yeah, pick up a mic or something,
Yeah,
man.
pick
get
up
some
a mic.
turntables, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Go get a girlfriend. Go get a wife.
Hey, look, go get
Like,
go get a trade, man. Learn how to use your hands, man. Fix on something, man.
learn how to box.
Real talk.
Be the next Floyd. You know what I'm saying?
Real, man. There's so many opportunities for y'all out here, man. For real, y'all killing us off.
Facts.
Yeah.
So now I want to talk about your tour you got coming up. You got something coming up with King Louis. Shout out to King Louis because he actually experienced some violence himself.
Yeah.
And when I seen that, his story was crazy. He was on ABC talking about how you trying to change his life.
Yeah.
And it's crazy when you trying to be positive and change your life, it still comes to you.
Yes, that was why I left. I'm telling you. Yeah. Shout out to King Louis. I think King Louis really is the originator of drill, in my opinion.
Really?
Yes.
Over Chief Keef?
Yes, Chief Keef is after Louis. Keef is after Louis.
What?
Yes, Keef.
Yo, that's crazy to me that you said that, bro.
Yeah, Keef.
Because we had a debate about this.
Yeah.
Like I be having debates, bro, and we be talking about like that drill.
Keef
music.
is the one who just took it to the next level. When Kanye did the Don't Like,
Mm-hmm.
it just everything was crazy after that when he remixed the Don't Like.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But Louis was before him. You know what I'm saying? Louis
But
was
nobody really took the Louis.
just us in our area.
But it didn't hit national.
It didn't hit national. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't national then. You know.
Wow.
So
But some people say Waka Flocka really originated drill. What you think about that?
no. You know what I'm saying? Waka Flocka style is totally different than what we was talking about. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
yeah.
What them young boys was talking about up there?
Yeah.
Man, Fam and them was going crazy. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? I feel what Waka Flocka was doing, but that was still some down south crunk type shit. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? We was really talking about getting active. You know what I'm saying? Our music, we getting active. You know what I'm saying? It was we put fear in niggas.
Right.
You know, some of Waka Flocka joints, y'all just jumping around the club or you know what I'm saying, doing all that. Girl away, you look ma, no hands, all that. Yeah, that was cool. Nah, we wasn't on that. That's that shit I don't like. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We up in there like we about to tear this bitch up. Ain't nobody making it out. Hey, but I love drill music though. You know what I'm saying? Because it's the voice of the younger generation of actually what they experiencing every day. You know what I'm saying? And what their life is
I
like.
totally agree.
You know
That's
what I'm
why they
saying?
call Lil Durk the voice.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, because it's what they experiencing, man. They living it.
Now, Little Durk, let me ask you a question about him. So where you see his future? Because to me, bro, honestly, the way it's going, it just seemed like his life is every day is
In danger.
yeah.
Yeah, and so I would just pray that, I would just pray for him every day, man. You know, at this point, you gotta tighten up your circle.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta tighten up how you move.
And your security.
You know what I'm saying? Because at this point in your career, you about to take the transition.
Right.
You really have
You
already made
did
the
it because
transition.
you got a song with Drake
Yeah.
that went bananas.
You know
So
what I'm
I
saying?
thought after that,
And now you got the summer anthem with Baby.
Right.
You got the summer anthem rocking
and y'all
right
about
now.
to go on tour, and you just was in Philly, and I'm just like, man, it's like crazy. It's like, what? Like, I just feel like they don't want to let it go, bro.
They not.
They
I feel
don't
like-
want to let it go.
I feel like they not. I feel like everybody is a target. It's a reason why Keith in California. You know what I'm saying? It's a reason why Keith live in California.
right,
I don't understand like why Dirk went to Atlanta.
right.
Because Atlanta ain't filled with nothing but niggas from Chicago. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Atlanta is filled with people from Chicago, bro. 20, 30 people I know out there right now.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know why he went there.
yeah.
I can understand the move on music. You know,
music
based on
wise,
musically.
but not safe wise.
Yes. You know what I'm saying? And right now, you know, I would just pray that, you know, he'll play it safe.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you might need to get some of them FOI boys around you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like why they don't be doing that? Because that's what Michael Jackson did.
He stayed with the fruit around
He
him.
stayed with the fruit with him.
Yep.
Stayed with him.
In the moment he ain't have him no more.
That's when weird shit start to happen.
Yes.
Facts.
Yes, bro. But when the fruit was around him, he was untouchable.
He was.
He was untouchable. He was buying up masters, and the
He
white
was
folks
fucking-
wanted him
they
so
was
bad.
mad as shit, bro.
Yeah.
What I want to ask you though is I want to get the verses.
Okay.
Now I think this is probably going to be one of the best verses we ever seen.
Yes.
Dipset versus the L.L.C.
Yes.
Now it's hard for me to come up with a straight answer because, bro, growing up,
I know.
we are the streets, you know, money, power,
Yes,
respect. Shout out to Jada, Styles, and fucking Sheik.
Yes.
But Dipset, bro, they got
Yes,
so
so
much.
much.
And then if they go Dipset on, if they
Yeah.
go diplomatic immunity on
Yeah.
them,
One
it's
or
gonna be a
two.
problem. One or two.
Yeah.
It's like, where are these niggas gonna go?
Yeah.
And then they might get Cameron solo shit.
Yeah.
It's so much shit.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on that battle? Like,
So, you know, lyrically, of course, you know where that lies.
Yeah,
you know,
it's the L.L.C,
It's the
man.
locks. You
It's
know,
the L.L.C,
lyrically,
bro.
lyrically that shit is, you know, that's a no brainer. But Dipset got so much shit. Like, don't sleep on Jim Jones. You know what I'm saying? And
Oh,
when
my
Jimmy started
God.
doing some of the records,
Jim Jones, I told niggas, bro, when he dropped that El Capo album,
Yes.
I felt like that was one of the best,
Best
albums
albums
that
that
came
year?
out that year.
It was.
And it was
It was.
definitely the best album that came out in New York.
yeah, fire. Definitely fire that year. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to
don't-
Heatmakers.
Don't sleep on Jimmy. You know what I'm saying? And then they can go into the Jewels. You know, it's so much they can do. They got so many mixtape classic anthems, bro. It can get ugly for the locks in there.
It can, man.
Cause I'm saying though, like, so tell me, like, after a couple verses, right?
Mhm.
Where's Sheik gonna go?
Yo,
What Sheik gonna do? What they gonna do with
man,
Sheik?
I don't know what Sheik gonna do, man.
After money, power, and respect, what's Sheik gonna do? They better hold that to the end. I'm just being
shout
real.
out to Sheik, man.
That's my man.
But that first, on
Gorilla-
some real shit,
Gorilla,
shout out to Sheik. But that first album he dropped, I think it was on Koch Records.
Koch Records, yeah,
That
like
joint
Gorilla or
was-
something. I
Yeah,
can't remember
that joint was
Gorilla.
dope. That joint was super dope, bro.
Yeah, it was.
It was.
It was. But he ain't got no hits that he could do on verses. They got 20 songs. Give me 20 from the locks right now. They got.
Look, they better start doing some of that bad boy shit like
They
when they
got
did
to.
Mariah Carey, Honey, and shit like that.
They have to.
They gotta do that
They
shit.
have to. They have
gotta
no
do
choice.
it.
Because people that's watching it gonna be people that's watching it gonna know Dipset. They gonna know all the songs when they start doing them. But you know, the locks could start drying up. You
Right.
know? Start
Facts.
drying up in a little while.
I'm gonna say the locks, but it's hard for me to say it. And I feel like Dipset might be coming behind and just sneak up on them.
Yeah.
I think it's one of them where the locks might lead in the beginning,
Yeah.
but then Dipset at the end gonna come back and hit them hard.
I think the Dip gonna have it front to back. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
Yeah, because they got too many records, man. They got
He said
like,
front to back.
yeah, front to back, bro. Like if you put them like if you there to just listen to lyrics, then the Dip ain't got a chance. But
Right.
if you there to listen to the
Hit
songs
song.
and the hit songs, Dipset finna
Cause
go
they ain't got
crazy.
nothing for We Fly High.
Nope. Oh boy,
They don't got nothing for Old Boy. Shit, man. It's gonna get spooky,
this
man.
gonna get spooky.
Horse and Carriage.
I don't think he gonna do it.
Yeah, I don't think Cameron playing nothing from Confession of the Fire,
I
though.
don't think he gonna
I
do
think he
nothing.
gonna start with Purple Haze
Yeah.
and you know
Yeah,
what I
Come
mean, all
Home to
that
Me.
shit with Kanye
Yeah.
and all that
Mhm.
shit. He gonna
Yeah.
start with that.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's gonna be good though, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to Swiss Beats and Timbo, man. Dope
Yeah,
platform. But
definitely.
you know what was funny that I seen and a clip came out. 50 Cent. They asked 50 Cent, would he ever do a versus?
Mm-hmm.
And he said no. He said, why should I do a versus? That was for the pandemic. Now we out here in these streets, and I don't see a point of doing it. 50
I
a
see.
wild boy.
Yeah, 50 a wild boy. Hey, I see what he's saying though, because now the world is back open, but that platform is so impactful. You know what I'm saying?
It really
because
is.
they really bring into life some artists that, man, some of these kids will never know about.
Facts.
They would have, bro. Me personally, I would have never seen the Isleys if I didn't watch the verses. I would have never seen them with my own eyes. I
Right.
would have watched the old YouTube videos or whatever with them, but
That's
I
true.
seen them, perform. In my face. You know what I'm saying? I seen Keith Sweat, you know what I'm saying?
Bobby
Bobby
Brown.
Brown.
That shit was
with my own
funny.
eye. That shit was classic, bro.
Man, Keith Sweat got at him though.
He did. Keith
And
Sweat.
I wanted Bobby to win because I was a big Bobby fan growing up.
Me too.
But Keith Sweat just
He had his foot
bodied
on-
that nigga.
yeah, he had his
man.
foot on his
He
neck.
was singing Keith Sweat was so good at what he did
He
that
sang Bobby
motherfucker
songs.
started singing Bobby
Yeah.
Brown songs. I'm
was
like, this
classic.
nigga.
That was classic. And he was talking cash shit the whole night.
Whole night. He was talking
cash shit. Yeah,
He was. He was.
Yeah.
So let's talk about this song, man. And we going to premiere the video, Can't Nobody. Tell me about Can't Nobody and why you feel that's probably arguably a dope-ass song. Not only that, but it had such a crazy story behind it.
Yeah. Okay, so Can't Nobody is about a woman that I was engaged to. And we was engaged to be married. And I was cheating on her with a mistress. And I had a daughter, my daughter, Malaysia. And
You cheated and had a baby.
yeah.
Damn.
When I tell you, what we just talk about fucking up. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
We do
shit,
it to ourselves. Right. It's heavy.
So how did you come out and tell her, or she court you?
Kind of both. I think she was sensing something
Okay.
because I was, acting. So she was like baiting.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then one time I was just like, fuck it, I'm just going
Right.
to, let her know. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is about that. But it was all in the beginning. It was like first trimester. We talked about it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And, I had this baby,
yeah.
on her and everything, this was a girl that I went to high school with, that I was in love with in high school, but we never dated, never really talked or nothing. She was just fucking gorgeous to me in high school, like a mermaid,
Right.
majestic. And I had finally got her. You know what I'm saying? At like 7 years after high school, like random. You know what I'm saying? Like, wow. And then we was rocking so hard. She was just my everything, you know what I'm saying? Through the lockups and the out of town.
She
trips,
held you
and
down.
She held me down. It was her, and I fucked up and had this baby on her. You know what I'm saying? And she left me, and
You
this
regret it.
heavy. To
You
this
think
day,
about it all the time?
daily.
Daily?
Yeah, it never leaves me. I made her.
Do you
record.
ever call her?
Never call her. She's MGT in the Nation of Islam, and she's married to a FOI brother.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I totally respect everything that she got going on.
So let me ask you this. So are you part of the FOI? Did you?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
No. I just subscribe to their message.
Yeah, I do too.
It's just the teachings that they have. They kind of keep me grounded.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And what I'm doing, keep me from wild and doing crazy shit. But back to the joint.
Yeah.
Like so basically,
Mm-hmm.
this song Can't Nobody is about how you feel when you feel empty and you alone. Like I said, I got a line in there where I said, but through depression manifested my lesson. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah. Through depression manifested my lesson. Hey niggas, go get therapy. Come sit down with DJ Bugsy and talk about it if you got to. You hear what I'm saying?
I appreciate that, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Because you ain't got to go see a therapist,
Right.
but you got to talk about it. You got to get it out some way, somehow, whatever it is you're going through. But yeah, I went through it. Losing a woman that I loved. I've been with you for 7 years. We planning this wedding. Everything is beautiful. You know what I'm saying? And I fucked up. And
But you got a daughter though.
but I got a daughter. So I said, I had my daughter, lost you, call it the gift and the curse. You know what I'm saying? I had my daughter and I lost you. It was a gift and a curse.
Curse. That's a fact.
It was a gift and a curse. And it's in essence.
Now, how's your relationship with your daughter's mother? Like, how was that? Even though she knows.
That's strenuous. That's the parallel of what we was talking about. You got the woman that supports you, and you got the woman that just wanna because
These women, I love y'all, but damn, y'all get a brother's break.
you know what I'm
Shit.
saying? And like and what makes it so deep is through the whole thing, you knew what your role is. So on my album, I got a song called Never Over, and it's about the women my children's mothers. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I told her, you was my side girl, and the whole world knew it. My fiance was flawless. SJ, I really blew it. You know what I'm saying? Joy was the layup, and I was Pat Ewing. You know what I'm saying?
Hell, you fucked that up, bro.
I fucked it up. She was a layup. I'm Pat Ewing. I fucked that up. You know what I'm saying? And so that shit is strenuous, man. It's always a fight. You know, it's like, you know, I couldn't, you know, make a side chick your main bro. It never will work. You know what I'm saying? Like,
never will.
So I couldn't, you know, wife you because you wasn't to be that position. You know what I'm saying? And so you just decided to have a baby. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is. Like, that's my daughter, you know.
Right.
She in Memphis right now. You know what I'm saying? Waiting on me to get back. So at the end of the day, that's my world. I wouldn't give her up for nothing. If I had to go through everything that I go through and went through to have her, then it was all worth it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I still miss that woman because she's a part of me, but she's not a bigger part of me than my daughter, because my daughter is everything to me. She's my only daughter. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you know, it's a gift and a curse. It's, you know, you just gotta. So
introduce the video, and because we going to do the premiere. So it's
yes,
let people know.
Hey yo, this is JoviDaGod, Can't Nobody featuring Peter Jericho. It's out right now, streaming on all platforms. It's also on YouTube, man. Go tap into that. You already know what it is.
Well, bro, I appreciate you coming on the podcast. I want you to tell the people how they can follow you, how they can get your music, you know, what you got coming up next. You about to do a crazy tour. Let the people know.
Most definitely. Hey, yo, you can follow me on Instagram at JoviDaGod. That's JoviDaGod. The ReBirth album, like I said, is out right now. It's streaming on all platforms, Spotify, iTunes, Apple. Man, go tap into that if you're a real hip-hop head. Can't Nobody video about to drop, directed by Will Gates, everywhere. I got, on Saturday, I open up for Spinzo in Oshkosh, Wisconsin, College Town. If you out there, come tap in with me. July 31st, I'll be in Medusa, Arizona, opening up for King Louis. If you out there, tap in with me.
Shout out to King Louis.
Yes, sir. August 6th, I'll be back in Gary, Indiana, opening up for the legendary Beanie Siegel, the legendary Freeway State Property.
My bros.
You already know what's up. So, man, tap in with me right there. You know what I'm saying? And just stay tuned, man. Everything JoviDaGod, you heard?
You already know, man. It's your boy DJ Bugsy, Do It For Hip Hop Podcast. Make sure you stream us on all platforms. Make sure you hit us up at Do It For Hip Hop Pod. Hit me up at DJ Bugsy 215. Keep it hip hop. Peace.
Peace.
Since you've been gone, I want you to please come back home. Can't nobody love me better. Since you've been gone, I want you to please come back home. Can't nobody love me better.
I'ma tell y'all something close to me. I'm giving y'all the most of me and opening up hopefully. And I don't mean it boastfully. Spark the L, pour the Bel Air, and have a toast with me. Cause I ain't talking power when I say shorty got ghost on me. Yeah, now my baby is so gone. The story's pre-written, the ending is prolonged. I built up the castles, a king with no throne. Feel like Luther Vandross, this house is no home. Yeah. And that chair is no chair. I used to smoke loud and play in your baby hair. We hit the highway for the bricks with no fare. It was me and you against the world with no care. Damn. And I did my dirt. I never thought about your feelings and how you get hurt. I was creeping with my mistress, it was fun at first. I had my daughter, lost you, call it the gift and the curse. Because
since you've been gone, I want you to please come back home. Can't nobody love me better. Since you've been gone, I want you to please come back home. Can't nobody love me better.
ever since you left me, shit get kinda sketchy. it all fell apart and got messy. You took half of everything, the other half is what you left me. But that's when I transformed into the best me. A hard message, but through depression manifested my lesson. Usher Raymond 04, these are my confessions. Lost half of my heart, but I gained a blessing. Took me to my lowest level, this is not me flexing, no. She made me a better man. Dynasty album, track 14, you'll understand. It's a hard knock life for real niggas on the grind. And I learned to live with regrets in my lifetime. Hindsight 2020, I was young and dumb. Didn't weigh the consequences to figure the outcome. Can't cry over spilled milk, what's done is done. And I might win some, but I just lost one. Talk
Since you've been gone, I want you to please come back home.
Bring it back to me, babe.
Can't nobody